Well, we know how important it was to win the first game in the series over Washington here. We did that, a mega 6-2 win, and we got to keep that up. We're still on home ice before the series will shift to Washington. So this is a really important game. We've got the line score going up in the right direction as well after the last two performances. We got to keep playing on the same level. The home ice advantage continues into game number 2, coming off of the thrilling game number 1 for myself. I played an excellent game. This team has been amazing. Through 5 games in the postseason, if we can win this, we have a steady hand on the series, and we'll come closer to taking this thing. It'll take only 2 victories if we can win tonight to get this series closed out. That's easier said than done. That was a weird rebound off the glove save. So again, we get started out by being tested early, and as well as we found out in game number 1, getting scored on by giving up the first goal in the game. I'm telling you, the puck's doing some weird things in this game early on, but giving up the first goal in this game, or in the game, did not have any sort of negative impact. We still won the game anyway. I'm not saying that's how we need to do things around here, but it has yet to impact the team negatively in the playoffs. What can I say? We have a very resilient squad here in Carolina, and that was all. I'm telling you, they're playing around with it, and if Ovi gets a breakaway, that's not going to look very nice on this end of the ice. Oh, that could be it. And they've gone back to Samsonov in the net as well after his rough first game in the series. We're going to have to continue to pour it on Samsonov and on his net. Oh my God, look how aggressive the Caps are. I don't like any part of this. That's a floater, but it gets out. And all that was me trying not to make a mistake with it, to the point that the Capitals keep it in the attacking zone. That sets up a big hit on Janssen, I believe, was the receiving end of that. And we're taking a penalty. By the way, we never took a single penalty in game 1, now that I realize it. So the first penalty in round 2 goes to Dylan Larkin. That hit, that's the hit that I was mentioning that I set up by playing it out to the neutral zone. So now we get our first look at this Washington power play. Very, very lethal unit on the ice right now. If you want to talk about lethal, Tom Wilson just put a lethal hit on Ryan Graves. And Ryan Graves is no small man. This power play is clicking. Their movement is phenomenal. They're going to get a one-time backdoor play, and it's going to be nearly impossible to keep it out. I'm trying to figure out what my movement needs to be. How in the world do I just generally keep the puck out of the back of the net here? The penalty killers are going to have to be perfectly positioned on this whole kill. And every time we take a penalty from here on in. Oh, if I can get to, okay, I'd rather they make a smart play with it. Oh, I said a smart play with it. That might have been a smart play. We've drawn a penalty and we're going to go to 4-on-4. This couldn't be better news for me. Tom Wilson, you complete goon out there. You know Washington has got to be frustrated at that penalty. That just negates the whole power play. So even though we get a minute of power play time on our end, Washington only had a minute of total power play time on their end, at least on the first power play opportunity they had. Granted, they look pretty good here at 4-on-4. That's a nice block by Timmins. I appreciate your sacrifice. Natchez over to Timmins. Pad save by Samsonov. And the Capitals 4-on-4 team continues going right after it. Watch out for Ovi. He will throw a reverse hit, but we're going to throw a breakaway to Svechnikov. Put it in the net, and Samsonov stays steady with a stick side save. It allows Natchez to still get to this. Could have drawn a penalty there. That could be interference. And we're about to go on our power play, our first of the game, in a moment, as 4-on-4 play is about to expire. Carlson looks it into the glove, and knowing we're about to go on a power play, I'm going to let Lindell take it up the ice. Now Larkin out of the box, fresh on the power play now with 47 seconds to go on it. And take your time with this. No need to rush this power play. It may be short, but there's no need to rush it. Oh, that's a picked off by Samsonov. Caps win this one. And Muzzin's clear attempt ends up going back into Samsonov. So that's not what you want to do on the penalty kill. And this time it's won by Jarvis. We find the one-timer, but kept out by Samsonov, moving across his crease. And we remember what happened in game 1. I'm just going to... Never mind. I don't need to make any crazy save going back to the crease. Meyer now on the zone entry as the power play has officially expired. I didn't expect us to do a whole lot of anything with that, and we stayed true to my expectations. Oh, that's onside. That is onside. I don't care if it's onside. Konechny, you've been wrecked. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Over to Lehkonen, I think blocked. Lehkonen again. dug out to Konechny. The point man plays it behind the blue line, so the Capitals will have to reset on this. From the corner, you know he's going to pull up and look for a pass, but now he skates it toward the middle. Jamnob. No shot coming, no shot had it all through all that possession. Timo Meier brings it out wide and then sends it to Bruin behind the net in front. Low to high play, not successful. The physical play, the tempo being picked up, everything. And it does feel lively, like a playoff game now. Waiting for that OV reverse hit. And this time, Morrissey, he gets a small piece of Ovechkin, which is about as much as you can expect to get when trying to deliver a body check on number 8. That was one of the weirder dump-ins I've seen from an AI. This will be dumped in by Jake Muzzin. And we got to carefully play this. I'm just waiting for someone to get on the boards successfully. But successfully kept in by the Capitals. That's a bad spot for them to keep that in. Oh, push back to this post. I got a break. That missed the net. It was a backdoor feed. They had it. Dadonov do a spin move. He shoots instead. Even when the second line for the Capitals is on the ice, we got to be aware of that. We got to be paying close attention because they can do damage just as much as the first line. Domi is really kind of an underappreciated player on this line for the Capitals in this game. I feel he does a lot of really good things, at least in the games we played against Washington. Max Domi has done a lot of really good things for the AI team. It's been kind of hard to contain. A one-timer blocked, I think, initially, ended up on net anyway. And the final seconds are ticking down. Will we see a shot from outside? No. Good D on the blue line. And then bludgeoned Lindell at the period. Can't believe we got out of the first period scoreless. Neither goaltender giving up a goal. We've got Ovi and Svech right there. We already saw Ovi versus Svechnikov back in 2019 in the playoffs.
And I know he's got to make a decision right as soon as he goes down. You have to end it.
What? Did Josh Morrissey just avoid being sandwiched between two Capitals players? I need to roll that back. Roll that back then. Oh, that's a great snipe by Elias Lindholm. We got over there, but he just shot it back against the grain. First line doing exactly what the first line is expected to do for the Capitals. I'm expecting this to go glove. That's why my shuffles are to the glove side. We're doing everything right. Small little shuffles. And in the end, I think we make one too many moves and we give up the blocker side. And that's where he shoots. He shoots stick side. And my guy doesn't readjust in time. Is it just over the blocker? Yeah, it's in the top corner. That's just a great shot. A little bit frustrating, but I mean, I can't be down on myself about that. That's just a better shot. And the pass to create the shooting opportunity came from across the rink. So, I mean, you got to blame the defense a little bit. Holy crap. We were sitting down and that popped right up. That needs to be we need an instant replay. Look at that as well. Here we go again. More from the first line. What do you know? What do you expect at this point, right? Drive the corner, feed it in front. You know that's the play. I gotta hold the post. And actually, believe it or not, I'm just gonna pause this replay for a second. Believe it or not, but hinging on the post when they try to make a play from low to high, for some reason in this game, the goaltenders, they have a really good ability to just push right out. But we extend right into Konechny's one-time shot, blockers, safe. Now, what happened to the puck? Did it pop way up? It did. It did pop way up in the air. That's what I thought. It popped up well above the crease. We're sitting down. We're kind of looking up. We have no idea where it is. I think it falls right on top of me. Does it not? No, it fell right to Ovechkin. Are you kidding me? With that much net and he doesn't put that in? What happened? Into my skate. Oh, what a break. That is the greatest break of all time. Hey, Ovechkin, I'm just going to sit here and you try your best to score. I'm just going to sit here and watch. There have been a couple of really incredible saves in this series so far against Washington. It's just game 2. Don't hold your breath during these games. You'll run out of air. Try and hold your breath, trying to keep the puck out. Lindholm, greatest defensive play. We needed that. It allowed me to recover in time. D-zone face-off. First line no longer out here, but Tom Wilson, that was short side. That could have easily gone off the pad and in. This is the hardest. This is going to be one of the hardest series to win. It might end up, I don't know what it will look like at the end of this series. It could end up looking like an easy series to win. That missed. rocketed it over the glove, but this is going to be such a difficult series to win just because how good Washington is. They shoot it from just about anywhere. They really love to drive the corner. That's Washington's bread and butter. They love to drive the corner. Please don't let it go off my skate and into the slot to a Caps player. I don't get any reprieve, do I? Oh, he just scored a Jamnov. And Jamnov ended up in the Caps crease. Back there, Goalie off the glove. We definitely did get a piece of that. Turned it off the glove, off the glass behind us. Ethan Bear skates it forward, trying to find some offense. We are not solving Samsonov in this game. Felt like we had done enough in game one. I think we got all of our goals in game one. That's a problem. Gregor is wide. Centering feed. You know he's looking for a teammate to pass to. Had Gauthier, who lost it. He didn't get full possession. Halfway gone through game two now. In the series, saved by Samsonov. It potted out a rebound. Gauthier gets around one defensive check and then backhand flips it in, and we will just rim it around the glass to Mikheyev. Over into the glove. Take a face-off and take a bow. This is a much different game number 2 than it was from game number 1. The Caps have spent a lot more time on the attack. They have been far more effective with their attack, too. They've had quality opportunity, high danger chances, great looks on the net, to be honest. I mean, and they have tested me. Almost every single possession, it feels like there is an opportunity that they will test me. This is one of those games where your defense is going to become the difference maker. I need them to start playing a little bit better in the defensive zone in terms of not allowing the Caps to drop it. We're going to score on what looked like a delayed penalty. Welcome to the series, Andrei Svechnikov. That's the 5th of the postseason, but I think the first goal in the series for number 37. He has arrived and on time, and now we're finally on the board in the game. It took us a lot longer to score in this game, of course, than it did in game 1, but we finally got past Samsonov. We're going to need to do it a couple more times. I can guarantee you insurance is going to be important once again. We got lots of it in the last game. May have got almost a whole couple of games worth of goals in that first game. More than we deserve to score, I'll say that much. There it is. Ovi save. You know they're looking to just drive it wide or toward the corner and throw it to the middle. And if we can defend that, that makes my life a lot easier. We also need to be a little bit better through the neutral ice, but I haven't been paying that much attention, to be honest, but I don't think we're running a trap right now. It's kind of hard to run a trap, though, on a turnover transition play into offense. Carlson. Shoo. Oh, what happened? Did we make a save? I don't know what happened because I can't really see in front of my goaltender. He's not transparent. In case you're wondering what happened on the Carlson play, this is what happened. No shot. It was a good stick. Lindell. That's what we need to do. Cover the slot area. Tighten up defensively in that region. Oh, what a move by Larkin. Dropped it to Lindell. In front to Meyer. But Bear's going to keep it. Throws it. I think it hits the post. We're going to have this goal waved off. I think that the shot by Bear hit the post. It did. It kicked right back out. I don't know how that's interference, though, if that's what they're waving this off for. They have waved the goal off. Now, I'm going to take my official look in the replay. So, first of all, let's get 2 looks at this play just to dissect it a little bit. The puck's going to roll to Ethan Bear. He keeps it. Ovi goes to take him away, take the shot lane. Look at the crowd of bodies. This is crazy. Look at how many bodies he shot this through. What does the puck do? It obviously, I don't think it changes direction. I think it goes clean from here. Yes. Oh, it's off Samsonov, so he makes a save. I correct myself. It did not hit the post. Save. Rebound out to Meyer. And there, but what's the call? Oh, the call. I see what the interference call is for. On this initial play, Meyer shoots. This is how it got poke checked back to Ethan Bear. But watch Meyer. See, he's basically teabagging Samsonov right here. And then there's the rebound. But to be fair, Samsonov's able to do his job here. So he's reset and he's able to do his job. How, after this save, is he not able to make a save on Meyer? At that point, to me, goaltender interference should be negated. That should count. Hard luck move by not necessarily the officials, but just by Toronto, because I believe that goal would have been looked at in Toronto by wherever is it the official headquarters or whatever, wherever they look at the replays and judge goals in Toronto. That one certainly did get a second look up there. Oh, Lindell, he brought the boom. We got to keep bringing the boom. We got to play really physical on this Caps team. Just try to get to the end of the second period. It's the same mentality. What kind of sorcery was that? What did he just do? Oh my goodness. He's going to need an MRI after scoring that goal. All right, there it is. Valeri Nichushkin, he's just scored the most impressive goal of the whole postseason right here. There's no doubt about it. What in the hell? EA Sports. Okay, listen. Oh, this is all sorts of wrong. I mean, when EA Sports said it's in the game, I mean, this may be taking it a little too far. I mean, I don't know about you. I've never seen anyone literally twist their torso like this. I mean, when Coach said to have eyes in the back of your head, I don't think this is what he was talking about. Coach LaBelle, he gives those speeches. This dude should be a freaking contortionist instead of an NHL player. Oh my God. I don't know if I'm ever going to stop laughing at that Nichushkin goal. That was great. I needed that comedic relief. 100% serious 100% of the time. Am I absolutely right? All right. We are going to get out of the second period. One shot. Oh, no shot coming, but that's fine. End of the second period, and Nichushkin's contorting goal has put us up 2-1. At the end of 2 periods of play. It should be 3-1, but we put a little asterisk. There it is. There's the contorting goal. This is it. Just 20 minutes to go. Third period of play. And the final period of regulation. Should this game go to overtime, we can't say that this is the last period of play in this game. Oh my. He absorbed 100% of the contact on that. I absorbed 100% of the puck on that. Oh, baby. I already know my work is cut out for me for the next 19 minutes. We've only done 1 minute of this third period of play. That's not enough. Time has expired here. Oh no. You've just been Ovechkin. Ovechkin's going to kill somebody with that reverse hit. One of these plays. It's going to happen. Someone's going to be leaving out of here on a stretcher. Does anybody remember how happy Ovi was the night he won the Stanley Cup? I mean, you haven't seen anything yet. If I could win this thing, you don't even know how happy I'm going to look. Shooting. Yeah, they tried to use the screen there. Lindholm again. I'm telling you, Lindholm is a terror. Hurricanes trying to grab the 2-0 advantage in the series. This is the biggest period of the playoffs thus far. Meyer, backdoor, Natchez scores! And we're going to go 3-1. That was nice passing to set Natchez up backdoor, and I thought Samsonov would have plenty of time because Natchez is a right shot on the right side, having to corral that. Elevated in a big way. Hurricanes go up 3-1 as we have played now 5 minutes into the third period. Time is ticking by really slowly. It feels like we played a lot longer in this third period than we actually have done. Ekholm will probably shoot, yes, into the glove precisely. Capitals collect themselves, find the breakout through the middle. Domi sent to the ice surface. Approaching half the period left in the game. And Konechny brings it over the blue. Over to, I think that was Ovechkin. He really tried to bring a hammer shot on. Good defensive play. I almost said something else. Good defensive stick by Morrissey. Jarvis in front to Nichushkin, who had the weird goal earlier, the one that has given us never mind, we have a third goal, don't we? He gave us the goal. They gave us a 1-goal advantage in this game. On the bench, he has to get back so he can cover Ovechkin, and then steps into Ovechkin. Slightly big save on Lindholm, the biggest save we've made in the whole game to this point. That was necessary. And Nichushkin just chips it in, baby. Wax on, wax off, just like Mr. Miyagi said.
Wax on, wax off.
Oh, what a hit. Ovechkin comes back the other way. You know he's going to be gunning for this shot, for the goal. 6:18, there's just way too much game left. Way too much game. First line, for the Capitals that is, might get one more shift in this game. I have a feeling it might be down to just one more shift in this one. I mean, you're hoping, you're praying it's one more shift, right? I don't want to face too much more of that, as the second line is currently doing things for the Caps. Svechnikov shoots, blocker side, rejected, rebound, put home, and Andrei Svechnikov scores his second of the game, and that could all but seal it for the bunch of jerks. First shot, no good. Second try, put right past Samsonov's right pad. Oh, I can taste it. We should be taking this thing to Washington, up 2-0. We did our own job in our own building. Oh, that really went in from that angle, post and in. I don't think Samsonov is in his right mind. Not that this goal necessarily matters that much at this point. He pulled himself off the post. That's what he did. oh, our offense is legit. Our offense is really, really good. Maybe our offense is too good. I don't think that it's even possible for our offense to be too good, but I know the sports reporters are going to be saying that in the papers. The papers, I mean, like, I act like the newspapers are really even read, if they even exist anymore at this point. Everything's on social media, right? Everything's digital these days. Domi couldn't even get the shot away because of Morrissey's legs, so my guys are playing for me in the last moments of the game here. I need to look and see if Ovechkin really is trying to score his first goal of the playoffs. I don't buy that for a second that he hasn't scored in the playoffs. Sometimes I guess, you know, this game doesn't know what it's talking about, but he very well may have not scored a goal in the postseason to this point. Just very unexpected. A guy that scored 50-something goals in the regular season, that should be a penalty on Wilson, but I think they've just let it go as the final minutes are ticking away here. You know, I've said for a long time, if you can get in the playoffs, and the first line's out there, of course they are. I'm going to just hold on to my thought for a moment. Let our guys handle this as it goes behind my net. Lindholm digs it out. Oh, yes, that's a great save. Biblical stuff. As I was going to say, you know, I've always said that if you can get in the playoffs and ride a hot goalie, that makes all the difference in the world. We got to be that hot goalie. And I don't necessarily mean hot as in sexy, although that is true. We just need to play hot and continue carrying this team. This team is a train, and there are no brakes on this train. We don't stop. We stop for no one. So this could be the last push attempt for the first line on offense. Connecting, just giving me one more save for the game ends. Ovi to Lindholm, and we won't get scored on. What a excellent performance in Game 2. Holding off the Washington Capitals. Lindholm scored the only goal in the game, if I do believe so. So first line still able to get on the board and tally for the Capitals, but it's the only time they did so in the game. Got to go ahead and give me the first star, or at least consider it. Consider it. Now that game, that's what happens if humans used 100% of their brain's capacity. Amazing performance. Could have had a shutout, and it was Lindholm's little snipe over the blocker side that they got to us early. I think it was on the 5th shot of the game that they took, and we shut the door from there on in. Granted, 21 shots against. That was a little surprising for the Capitals to only put on 21 shots after game number 2. Plus 36 in the line score. That's the part I can't iterate enough. We need to have plenty of those types of games. It gives us at least some margin for error should we have a bad game. This is a playoff round that we're playing here. We can have bad games. It may very well happen. We need to allow us some room for that mulligan, you know? And if we can continue to put up performances like that one, a .952 save percentage, a 1 goal given up in a playoff game, get the win, we take a 2-0 series advantage. This team is just rolling so hot. So, through 2 games played, we have a 2-0 series advantage. Every other series has been a split through the first 2 games. Now, I don't know who has home ice advantage in what series in the other 3 series outside of ours. Of course, we go on the road now, and we go play in Washington in game number 3. And Samsonov has dipped, so he was like a 940. He has really fallen to a still respectable enough 917 in 7 games played, but that goals against is going up now, 2.7 and a 917. Like I said, his save percentage has really fallen off as he's given up 18 goals. A lot of those coming in the first 2 games in our series and through 399 minutes. So 18 goals against on 219 shots faced. And then Shesterkin, of course, my numbers are a little bit inflated in the wrong direction because of a couple of tough bounces in the series with Montreal. Carey Price through 3 games in Montreal rocked a 900 save percentage. And then they went to Vanacek. I don't know if he got injured. It doesn't seem to say here. But it was just interesting that they had him 3 games in Montreal. And that's right, he didn't start the 4th one. So he played the first 3 games in the series, rocked a 900 save percentage in those games, giving up a 3.89 goals against average and rocking a 900 save percentage. He was seeing a lot of shots. He saw 131 in 3 games. He saw 131 shots. And then there I am. Finally, we get to me. I've seen 147. How many goals? 13 on 118. I've given up 15 on 147. The thing I noticed, so the first 2 games at home, I think we rocked. I don't remember our save percentage in game 2 against Montreal, but I thought we came away from this game with and what do you know? We played, look at who we played here, Washington, and then we turned around and played Montreal. So there's those 2 teams again. And look at how many days off we had. We had a whole week off between series starts. That's crazy. We had a whole week off between the end of the Montreal series and then the start of the Washington series. Quite a bit of rest for us. Washington had a similar amount of time off, though. Not that I don't know that necessarily matters in the game world, but yeah, we played Washington up here and then we played the Canadiens. Oh, what's interesting is we got a shutout against these teams. We got a shutout against Washington here, and then we turned around and we played Montreal about, 4 days later, and we got another shutout against the Canadiens. And that shutout came on home ice, and then this shutout came on the road. Our first shutout was this game against Calgary. Then we should have had one against Dallas. Admittedly, there should have been a couple extra shutouts in there. Dallas should have been one, and then could have had a shutout. New Jersey, if that's the game where we gave up the goal super late, we should have had a shutout in that one against the Devils. Oh well, is what it is. St. Louis should have been a shutout. That was the one where we gave up the goal in the literal last second, and then turned around a week later and played Florida and did get a shutout against the Panthers. Second shutout of the season. That was a crazy game against Nashville where we got a minus in the line score, but despite not getting any offensive support, only giving up 1 goal against. 4-1 win over Columbus. I think that's the one where they scored the awkward angle goal, and I should have had a shutout. But guess what we did 2 weeks later? We shut out Columbus on home ice. This game, notably Arizona, that was goalie interference, the goal that went in, and that should have been a shutout. And then over Ottawa, could have been a shutout. Over Chicago, could have been a shutout. Winnipeg, that was a tough game to get a shutout, but it was a really great performance nonetheless.